What's up, guys? It's Duke here from sportsgamers.com. In today's Madden 20 tip, I want to break down the best corner route in Madden 20. This corner route is something that you guys can use effectively in any game mode, MUT, regs, whatever, because it does not require any abilities. It's just a stock route. There's only a few really good corner routes on this year's game that are stock that can beat any coverage, and this is one of them. A lot of the time you'll have a corner route that might get over a cover 2, but it's not going to get underneath deep zones from like a cover 3 or cover 4, or maybe it does get underneath deep zones from cover 3 or cover 4, but it doesn't get over the top of cover 2. Well, this is a corner route that does both, and again, it's stock. There's a few corner routes like this on this year's game, but like I said, they're few and far between, and one of the reasons I really like this is from Ace Close, single back. You can run in a few different playbooks. I like it in New England because the scheme around it is really good. Got some great 2-receiver, 2-tight end formations in New England. But more than anything, Ace Close is a symmetrical formation, which means it's the same on each side. So I can easily flip the formation and have the corner out on either side of the field, and the defense is going to have no idea. So that's big. Whereas a formation like the gun tight offset that everybody loves, you know that corner out, that really glitchy corner out that's really good as I described, is always opposite the running back, So this is kind of better. And we're going to be looking to play bench. So I want to first look at cover 2. So guys, before we get into the tip, I do want to remind you guys to please hit the subscribe button in the corner of the video. If you're looking for more great Madden 20 tips, man, this is the place to be. Make sure you turn on your notifications so you don't miss out when our videos go live. And if y'all are really rocking with me, man, smash that like button, show the love. So you guys can look at the play art, and I want you guys to notice how the corner out on the left, a little bit different. You guys can see has a little bit different angle once it cuts to the outside at the top. It doesn't just go straight. It's got a little, it's got a little angle to it. Whereas this one on the right, it doesn't have that. This corner out, like I said, I love it because it's going to be any zone. And that's how you can see the difference is when you look at the play art, look at the route. So this is first going to be cover 2, and I want to show you guys how it's going to get over the top of cover 2. So I'm just going to go ahead. Hot routes don't really matter, but I do like to have a streak, and normally I do like to have something coming over the middle, so maybe like a drag, something like this. I'm going to go ahead and set up my blocking so I can roll out. I don't even have an escape artist here, but whatever. So let's take a look at you guys to see that we're easily able to get this corner out over the top of cover 2 for the easy completion on the sideline. When we roll out, it's going to go over the top of the cover 2 zone very easily. And, a lot of times, as you guys can see here, how easy this is. Boom. Easy throw and catch. A lot of times, if you have a corner out like this that gets over the top of cover 2, it has a hard time getting underneath, like I said, cover 3s and cover 4 deep zones. Now, on MUT, it doesn't really matter too much because, like, everyone on MUT has abilities. They can hot route the corner routes they want. You might not be able to do that in regs, So this is a scheme that's very versatile because, like I said, you don't need any abilities for this. And just so you guys can see, it works the same on either side. So we can flip it, and now we have the corner out over here. So we can do the same exact thing I just did. But obviously the defense is not going to know because this formation is symmetrical. When we flip it, nobody really moves, so we're not giving away what we're doing. So I can go ahead and set my blocking to roll out. Same thing's going to happen. As you guys can see, it gets over the top of this cloud flat. Easy dot on the sideline dot. All right. So you see that cover 2, obviously, it's going to be able to easily beat that. Now, cover 3 and cover 4, same story. So we'll do cover 3 first, and it doesn't matter. They press, baseline, don't press, don't baseline. None of that really makes a difference. So we're going to go ahead and we'll just press right off the bat. And you're going to notice that we do the same exact thing, and we're going to have the same success. So take a look at how the deep zone on the left side of the screen is not going to play this corner out. It's just going to allow it to easily get in there for the easy completion. A lot of the times, like I said, certain corner routes just don't do a good job of getting underneath these deep zones, whereas this one does. And again, I don't even have an escape artist to really get, or dashing dead eye or anything to really get that perfect throw. But you guys can see, this DB is turning and running deep. He's not really playing this corner out that well. So by the time we throw it, as you see, we're easily able to click on and get that possession catch on the sideline. Very easy. And again, it doesn't matter if they baseline or not, or if they press or not. It's just going to be open. And like I said, the difference is the route. Look at the play art and see that little notch in the route or angle, whatever you want to call it, once it's cutting out after it cuts up. The one on the right just doesn't have that. So that's why I feel this route is so effective. Again, we can see here, very easy completion. Again, same thing will happen on the other side of the field. We're able to flip the play, do the same thing, and we're gonna get the same results. Now I do like having a streak and, like I said, an underneath route if at all possible, just like I do here. So you guys can see, when I'm able to do it like this, the defense is gonna have no idea which way it's going, so they're not gonna be able to just easily play it. Now, that was cover 3. Same thing's going to happen with cover 4. Any sort of deep zone just is not going to react in time to this corner route. And again, you guys could imagine if you do this with an escape artist and dashing deadeye and then a receiver with post flag elite, how tough this is going to be to stop. So here's cover 4. We're going to go ahead and do the same thing. We're going to do it to the left. Again, same exact setup. See, as you guys can see, just runs right by it. Easy. Now, when they press it like that, it plays it differently, as you guys can see. When they press it in the cover 4 with no baseline, he tries to stay underneath it for a minute, but then it's just going to get open late, just like that. Whereas if they just kind of leave the cover 4 as is, like this, no anything, just go ahead and, no press, no baseline, no nothing, just leave it as is. It's just going to get open on the sideline either way. All right, so doesn't make a difference. Now you guys might be wondering, well, what if they're blitzing me, and I need to max protect? So you can set this up so that if they are blitzing you, you can run it a bit differently, so you can max protect but still kind of have the same route concept. So say they're blitzing you. All right, guys. So if they're blitzing you and you want to roll out, you can easily do that to either way with a max protect. So you can go ahead and max protect it, and then whichever side you want to roll out, we'll deal with it by setting our protection. So showing one example of each. So once you max protect, if you want to roll out to the left, what you're going to want to do is do a streak to the tight end on the corner outside, and then drag the opposite receiver. And then whichever side you're going to roll out to, so here's the left, we're going to go ahead and double team the end, and ID the Mike as the linebacker on that side. That will allow us to roll out, get that chop block, and everything's going to work exactly the same. So you guys can see an easy dot. Now, if we want to roll out the other way, it's essentially going to be the same thing. It's just going to be, we're going to ID on the other side and double team on the other side, and our route combo is just going to be on the other side. So, it's essentially the same thing. It's just we're going to set it up a bit differently. But, it's pretty, it's pretty simple. I'll show you guys an example of that in a second here. As you guys can see, it's another very easy throw and catch. All right, so let's say you want to roll out to the right. And again, guys, you can do this no matter what coverage it is. If they're blitzing you from cover 3, cover 4, cover 2, doesn't really make too much of a difference. But again, we're just going to max protect. And you always, like I said, the corner route on this play that you like is the one on the left by default with that little angle in the route. So, if you need to flip it, go ahead and flip it, just like this. If you want to do it to the right, we're going to flip the play, max protect, streak our tight end on the side of the corner route, drag the opposite receiver, and whichever side of the field we want to roll out to, we're going to double team the end and ID the Mike. Now, guys, remember, we're in a two tight end, 2 receiver set, so they can't really just come out in formations like Big Dime 1 for 6 because we can pound them. So you're going to get essentially a lot of 3-4 looks. So this protection scheme will work against, the 3-4 blitzes you're going to see. Same thing, you guys can see we get that easy chop block, roll out, dot. Now I do want to show this to you just against a deep zone defense so you guys can see how it would look if they actually were in a cover 4 or just, some defense with a deep zone. It's going to work ideally the same way, right? And I will say this is a great formation in general because you have a stretch. So, just having the stretch alone kind of makes it a little bit more difficult to play this sort of style of defense where you're just blitzing crazy heavily. Because if we just pick up on that and we just audible the stretch, obviously you guys know that, that'd be problems for the defense, right? So anyways, let's roll out to the right here. This, again, cover 4. Same setup. We're going to make sure our corner route is on the right since we want to go to the right. And again, when we flip the play, because it's a symmetrical formation, the defense has no idea. Now, we're going to go ahead and max protect, streak the tight end on the side of the corner route, drag the opposite receiver, again, double team the end, and ID the Mike is the linebacker on the side we want to roll out. Just like this, You guys can see that corner is not going to play it, and I'm easily able to get the catch. I again want to emphasize I don't have post flag elite here. Landry, doesn't have anything. Mayfield, I don't have escape artist. I don't have dash and dead eye, and yet I'm still able to do this extremely easy. So imagine, guys, with abilities, how clutch this will be. But at the same time, you guys can see, even on regs with a team that doesn't really have the abilities I would like to maximize this, it still is super effective. So I hope you guys enjoyed the tip, man. I got another great tip dropping tomorrow, so make sure you guys don't miss out. Until next time, it's Duke, and I'm out of here. If you want more of a great Madden 20 tips, head on over to Sports Game.